Nick has his own one.
Yep. When it doesn't fuck up.
Hey, fucks up less frequently than Craig does.
Fair. All right, let's do this.
Lovely. So, the autumn is now progressing around the fortress. The winds are getting colder. The leaves are almost entirely now they're browns and golds. But still, it's a relatively nice morning. The sky is still clear, and the soldiers coming in and out of the fort are now progressing much more rapidly. You can kind of pick up the vibe that expansion, especially to the south, is now picking up rapidly. But everyone still seems in good spirits about it, at the very least. On this wonderful morning, we're going to start off with you, Esmeralda.
Yep.
I can imagine what you're doing and where you are in the fortress currently.
Mm-hmm.
As you are frantically pulling over notes, drawing diagrams, flipping through arcane tomes and manuals, you hear a high-pitched whistle coming from behind you. Spinning around on your heels, you see Frisia, the tiefling artificer, looking around at your drawings and schematics with what can only be described as awe in her eyes.
Greetings.
Esmeralda, I had no idea you were doing all of this.
Oh,
This is. Huh. Is this what the whole wanting to test out armor and things was leading to?
no, this is a personal project of mine.
You see that without asking, she's gonna like go up and just start like pull one of your books off the shelves and start flicking through it.
I'll let her.
Wow. Yeah. I will admit this is maybe macabre, but oh geez, the magic in here is dense. How are you planning to do all of this?
I have my own plan. It's a bit vague, but I'm working myself towards figuring out more.
There's no need to be vague. Come on, we're sisters here. We can make it work.
Does Esmeralda think she can trust her?
That's up for Esmeralda to decide.
Esmeralda will not.
Okay. Fine. Keep your secrets. She closes the book and then puts it back on the shelf. But if you never need a helping hand, you know where I am.
I will think about it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you make a perception check for me?
Perception.
Yeah.
Do. My dice isn't rolling. I swear it's going to roll like 3 in a go now.
Let's see.
There we go. 15.
You kind of can tell that she's half joking and half not about it, but you see her not so subtly try and reach over and slowly pocket one of the scrolls that you've got on the side.
Put it back.
Fine. Can't blame a girl for trying.
Yes, I can.
She looks back at you laughing before stepping out of the room, leaving you to your studies.
Esmeralda's just going to ponder and weigh the pros and cons of letting her help. Realise she doesn't want to yet and wants to carry on her studies independently for now.
Fantastic. Going down the Discord call then. What is Rivik currently doing? Sounds definitely less intense than it used to be. So it is now much more tolerable for him to be outside.
Enjoying the shade, obviously. With Sonia's permission, Rivik is playing fetch with her dog, not just as Rivik by himself.
The dog is the one that's throwing the stick.
Tobias throws a stick and Rivik chases. No. I think you.
By all means, you can have dog.
Yay. If anyone were to see him at this moment, it probably looks like most at peace compared to all the other times where he just looks miserable and wet. Just chilling. It's just like man and dog,
He's having
a good time.
Someone's finally enjoying themselves in this god fucking blasted campaign.
Exactly. It probably throws one stick too far and like catches himself trying to run after it. It's like, no, hang on.
That's
But
the
yeah.
dog's job.
That's a dog's job. What the dog do?
We need to
Brent,
get rid of a therapy animal.
he's got one
Damn it.
now. It's Sonia's zombie robot dog.
Hell yeah! Look, we don't discriminate because myself and Sonia's dog, we share that kind of already maybe dead vibe. So it's cool.
Are you throwing a bone that's part of the dog for him to fetch?
Uh,
Yes.
I feel like when when this probably initiated, dog already had a bone, and Rivik was just like, fair enough. No questions about where it came from. Probably like recent looking bone, but it's like, yeah, shit. What are you gonna do?
It's still got like viscera and sinew like gone
Still
on
got a guy hanging off of it.
it. So yeah,
Uh,
Rivik's having a genuinely pleasant morning, which is,
Fucking blast.
a
Rare.
rare sight. What is Brendan doing today?
Brendan is currently looking for some books about dragons. Specifically,
Okay.
what to do if they're exploding dragons, and what happens to people who are attacked by exploding dragons,
Okay.
and how to capture one because
Make
he wants
a
more
make
fun
a
for himself now.
make an investigation check for me.
Investigation -1.
Hmm.
Let's go. 1. But I rolled a
One.
2.
Yeah, you are certain that dragon eggs are explosive and can be set off like on a hair trigger. That's 100% how that works.
Yep. Knew it. Hmm. But when he's looking at this, his thought process is dragon egg bombs turn into dragons. So that means dragons must be incredibly fragile and they explode easily.
Or at least dragon eggs definitely do. That's 100% how dragon eggs work.
Yep. I'm going to go show Tobias my findings.
Yeah, that segues quite nicely. Tobias, Brendan approaches you.
Timaeus is with Althea again, studying, learning about this fun new religion he's joined.
So yes, no, you got to understand, fashion sense is incredibly important. Life in all of its forms is to be celebrated and enjoyed. So you need to spice up your armor a little bit.
Well, I did ask Harper if he would be willing to redesign it, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So I was thinking
please.
maybe if I added a flower to just my chainmail.
I could like that. Oh, Brendan, hi.
Brendan,
hello,
welcome.
Tobias. I found out something really cool as I pull out a book that's obviously homemade that I've posted. Dragon eggs explode, and that means dragons are incredibly explosive as well because of all the fire.
Right. I would like to. Can I roll a nature check? And do I have advantage because I'm a dragonborn?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's 17.
17. You know that dragon eggs are like known across the world for how durable they are and how difficult they are to destroy. And you also know that dragons themselves are also known for not being explosive.
Right.
It's a very famous part of dragon lore.
Brendan, I'm not
Yes.
sure where you got this particular piece of information, but trust me, take it from someone who may or may not be related to the situation in some way. I gesture to my dragon-like physique. Dragon eggs do not explode, and even if they did, dragon eggs are exceptionally durable.
I look at you confusedly as I skim through the homemade book and point to the egg in a microwave scenario.
Brendan,
You see,
this is a book that
you
you
see
have
in that
written.
book. You see in that book. There's like a big fat knot next to the word explosive.
No,
which
because this is a book
highlights
he
and
wrote
underlines-
himself. That's what he said. So it can say whatever the
okay.
fuck he says it says. But I'm like, Brendan, this is a book that you wrote yourself. Using it as evidence for your own argument is like writing on a bit of paper, this is a cake, and then using that bit of paper to argue that that piece of paper is a cake. It's a circular argument. I've been learning all about circular arguments and reasoning in my logic and wisdom sessions with Althea.
It's incredibly important to know. You need to be able to defend your faith as well as spread it.
Indeed. It's why we don't rely on such simple things as because a holy book said it to spread our religion. We have, and to put this as politely as possible, crazy ass magic powers. Or, well, Althea does. I do not.
Yeah, you'll get there.
We'll see.
Right. One by one, your group is summoned by Prince Leon after having a rather pleasant morning. Harper, you are collected again. Camera pans left, and he's there in the church as well. Hi, Chris, by the way.
Hello.
As you are summoned into Prince Leon's office. The tired look in his eyes has only gotten deeper. You see bags that have formed that are a stain on his otherwise very handsome face as he looks across your group. Greetings. It's been some time since I've been able to give you a decent job, and for that I do apologise.
How long has it been since the mech incident?
That wasn't really a job. That was more, testing out something fun.
Oh,
Also, it's been like a week.
I didn't find it fun, but okay.
Yeah. Well, that was Leon's intent anyway. It's not like a go here, kill someone job,
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, I have a job where you must go to a place and kill someone.
Hell yeah.
Business as usual.
Yes, of course. Huh. We have word that the Eastern Baronies are reforming. Your blow to them earlier this year was devastating, to say the very least, but it looks like they are committed enough that their forces cannot be stopped by just one assassination. We have word that a lord within our empire, by the name of Lord Kane, is hosting a masquerade tonight. We believe that some members of the Eastern Baronies will be present, and that there may be an incentive for them to try and sway the lords in our kingdom to change their allegiances. I need you to infiltrate this masquerade, find out who these Eastern lords are, and eliminate them.
Okay. Are we sure that we are the best people for this job?
Unfortunately, no. But the administration is still breathing down my neck. All of my other forces are wrapped within the Incrementus. I have no one else I can send, and I can't trust any other organizations to do what needs to be done here. We cannot afford to have Lord Kane or any of the other lords on the Eastern Front to flip.
We will do our
So no,
best, sir.
thank you. And again, if this goes wrong, if for some reason your plans are discovered, a show of force is better than nothing at all. You have complete discretion to handle this how you choose.
I trust in my fabulous companions.
That does remind me. Any word on that armory design I asked you about?
Or give me a little more time, babe. I am working on it, but it's not quite ready yet.
Of course, of course.
Very well. Yes, the Lord Kane is about a day's travel. You'll be able to reach Lord Kane's manor by the end of the day, if you travel eastwards. Sorry, I don't know why my brain just fucking stumbled over that sentence. Yeah, but yeah, you'll be able to reach his castle in about a day eastwards. I'm sure you won't have trouble finding it.
And
No.
is there an invitation? Do we have invitations we can use, or do we have to?
Yes, of course. I've been talking with the Arcanum as of the last week or so, and they were able to forge a invitation on behalf of Harper and Brendan as representatives of the Luminaris.
Represent.
Yes. So the cover is that you two, pointing towards Harper and Brendan, will be representing the churches in this gala and the ball, and the others, well, bodyguards and plus ones, wherever you see fit.
If I may interject,
Yes.
I fear I may have difficulty, well, slipping around this man's castle. He may recognize me.
It's a good thing it's a masquerade then.
Well, maybe not visually, but through scent, I imagine he may pick up.
You don't smell that bad.
Thank you, Tomas. But I mean, Cain is responsible for my affliction.
Oh. Wait.
Oh,
Really?
wait, does it?
Just fucking stares, I guess.
I
Like I
turn
said.
and look at look at Leon,
Leon.
and I just sort of like see if he knew this.
Make an insight check for me.
Sure, I'll use all my shiny new wisdom points to do that.
Guys, can we take a 5-minute breather in a sec? Because Dane wants to try and say hi.
Sure. That's
16.
16.
Leon's face is completely ineffable. You have he's clearly got thoughts about what he just heard, but you have no idea what they are. He leans forward, hands clasped in front of his face. I cannot afford for this masquerade to go on without some form of intervention. We need every loyal lord that we can. And like I said, a show of force is better than nothing. Rivik, I give you absolute authority to act how you choose. But I need you there. Out of everyone in this group, you're probably the best suited for this mission. We can't lose your skills. Not now.
I will serve, my prince. But I fear, even with a masquerade, a muzzle may be off-putting to some viewers.
We'll make that part of the costume.
Or remove it for this and trust in your
Right, come on,
instincts.
Harper, damn it.
Mm.
Trying to get this shit off, man, come on.
Again, you've proven yourself capable of controlling your instincts. Though the administration and Arcanum have placed this decree, I see no harm in being more lenient for this mission, if nothing else.
A temporary removal.
He nods.
Hee.
Well,
Well, go ahead.
I say, I need to get back to my discussions with the Arcanum regarding the information that we found out last week. If you wouldn't mind leaving me, I would appreciate it. You will receive your compensation when you return.
Sir, I will snap a salute and turn to leave.
Okay. Anyone else have any other questions for Leon before you leave?
Nope.
Yeah,
Jojo's
I've
currently
just
in the
an exiting comment. If you are discussing with the Arcanum, if you wouldn't mind asking them to be a little more gentle with their injections next time around, I would appreciate it greatly.
He looks at you with that same ineffable expression before looking back out the window.
Fuck's sake. Okay. Worth a try.
Worth a shot. Right, do you want to take that 5-minute breather real quick before we
Yep.
carry on with the session proper?
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah. You guys begin the journey to Lord Kane's castle. Over the rolling plains, you travel eastwards until eventually the higher mountains of the eastern ridge line the horizon. The sun is beginning to set as you land there just in terms of nightfall. This is it looks almost like a cathedral, grand in scale, rising up from the ground like a monolith. Already you can see almost every light in every window lit up in full display, like an ocean of stars. And as you approach, you can see that the main gate is wide open and a warm light spills out from within. Now, before we begin, what's everyone's costumes?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Is this like a full-on masquerade ball?
This is a masquerade.
Masquerade,
You
masquerade.
could have told me in advance to come up with a fucking costume description, bruh.
Improv. Let's go. We'll start with Chris at the top.
Improv.
Mr. Flamboyant himself. What is Harper dressed as?
He will have essentially a glittering
Oh, I
peacock
fucking got it.
sort of mask, and I will have multiple peacock feathers on
Okay.
my back as well, and it is like annoyingly large to the point where if I was to walk past someone, they are getting slapped by feathers.
And I'm assuming because you and Brendan both need to show off at least a degree of your church attire to get in. So do you have like the symbol of Nativa stitched somewhere in there? Also lined with like sequins, I can imagine.
The glitter that's around the mask will essentially make the symbol.
Fantastic. I'm thinking like a bushel of wheat over one eye, and the rising sun over the other.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Esmeralda, what are you dressed as?
Esmeralda is going to go fully dressed as a surgeon straight out of the theatre, except not covered in blood. Her mask is literally a mask.
Like a surgical
And
mask.
yeah, like a surgical mask.
She's got like that big reflective disc on top of her head.
Yes,
At
she
least
does.
she's ready if COVID strikes suddenly.
And just because it's very Esmeralda, she's got little glasses made out of bone.
Ooh, very thematic. Love to hear it. Rivik, what are you dressed as?
Okay. Question first.
Mhm.
Armor and weapons. Do we have those still?
Yes, they can just be rolled into costumes.
Okay, cool. In that case, Rivik has like a Victorian gentleman suit kind of style going on. But the mask is like Plague Doctor, so kind of like off-white with a fuck off long nose on it,
Also, conveniently covering his face completely.
conveniently covering his face completely. Yes.
Love to hear it. Brendan, what are you dressed as?
He is going as a depiction of Lauren, the most thematically one possible.
Lovely. So we've got the stare at the golden hood, the what is it? The blindfold covering his eyes, chiseled jawline. 6 foot
Yep.
six, muscle bound, sword in one hand, shield in the other.
Yep.
Love
I
to hear
don't.
it.
Sadly, I don't own a shield, but I think I would get a shield just for this. Just for
It's
this.
like this is like a really shitty cardboard shield that you've painted. Yeah.
Oh, that's even better. Nah,
Mm.
I paid some of the local chantry kids like to homemade it.
Yeah, the stereotypical orphans that always appear somehow.
Obviously, they
It's like
follow
a
us
half.
everywhere.
There's like a half dozen that live like rats inside the fortress that everyone just accepts. There's maybe like 4 teeth between 6 of them. Yeah. Right, Timaeus, what are you dressed as?
He's just dusted off his old bascinet and put that on, so it covers his entire head, and that's it.
Basconet. Don't actually know what that is.
It's a medieval knight helm with the pointy face.
Oh, that one. Cool.
That's
Pretty sick.
because obviously he's a lizard man, so he needs the extra point. So it's like a foot of point to keep
Okay.
to keep track of his like dragon face. But that's literally just put his helmet on and pulled the necklace he was given of his religion out and put it against his armor and just stands next to Harper.
Love to see it.
I'm
Okay.
here as
So,
the bodyguard of him. That is my costume.
very well. So you guys approach the enormous, very grandly designed oak doors to this castle. Oh, very nice. Yeah, it is ostentatious, doesn't touch the sides. Wealth is on full display with every corner. Even the stone, every inch of it is perfectly carved and polished. And as you enter the foyer, you see marble floors, grand staircases, gold, not even gold plating. It's just every bit of metal is just solid gold. Chandeliers made of pure sparkling crystal, and of course, a butler, an old looking man with streaks of grey in his slick back hair, wearing a waistcoat with a gold watch and a thin pencil mustache, that he always constantly seems to be sneering at something as he looks at your approach. As you do so, you can hear the faint sounds of classical music spilling out, as well as the chattering of guests from some distant room, though this foyer is currently empty. It says, "Greetings. Welcome to Lord Kane's manor. I assume you're here for the masquerade."
Yes, we are. Oh, so we're so happy to be here. this is my entourage. Well, our entourage, as I sort of also motion to Brendan.
Hmm.
I nod respectfully.
Hmm. If I could see your invitation, please, sir.
I presume we have them, don't we?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
You hand them out.
Yep.
He
Hand
hands it
them over.
over. You see, he pulls out a monocle. You can clearly tell again. It's crystal and gold instead of glass and steel. As he very takes a minute to examine it. Pulls it in, pulls it out, looks it, sniffs it a little bit. Hmm. I wasn't aware Lord Kane invited any members of the Luminaris, but this seems to be perfectly legitimate. Very well. You'll find your colleagues upstairs, either in the ballroom, in the banquet hall, or in the garden and balcony. Please enjoy your stay.
Thank you so much.
He bows and, with a very grand and dramatic gesture, motions you into this extremely luxurious castle.
I walk by, and my feathers will sort of brush against him on the way past.
You hear him very, very quietly sneeze.
I just stick
Sparrow's
right next to
got it.
Harper at all times. Just
Okay.
a step behind him.
So, you have been given instructions on where guests may be located, that being the banquet hall, the garden and balcony, and the ballroom. Where would you guys like to go first?
Ballroom.
Ballroom.
All right, I think ballroom sounds more fun then.
Okay. So you enter the ballroom. You see maybe about 2 to 3 dozen guests, all of them everyone's very clearly trying to be as fancy as they can with their costumes. Everyone's gone the extra mile. You've got one dude who's just in pure black silk from head to toe, another who's got gold lining on a perfectly white costume, the mask of frills and feathers. It's a chaotic mess of different colors and noise. Over all of it, you can see a band in the corner, again, all dressed to the nines, playing violins and soft brass, classical music that everyone seems to be dancing to in no particular order. It seems that the official dancing hasn't begun yet.
I just Brendan starts swaying a little bit to the music
Mhm.
because classical
Make a performance check for me, Brendan.
performance.
I'll give him a guidance.
That's a dirty 20 with
20.
21 total.
You pull off someone who is dancing quite subtly, but they still have an undeniable charisma about them. Trying hard to make it look like they're not trying at all. You managed to pull that off very, very well. So much so that a lady approaches you, fine flowing silk dress, mask covering her face. From what you can tell, she's maybe in her late 40s to early 50s, as she motions her hand to take you for a dance.
I accept and I shall join her.
Fantastic. What's everyone else doing?
I'm
Esmeralda
standing.
will look to find someone who's exactly 2.5 inches taller than her, and then ask them to dance.
Okay. You see a group of the gentry in one of the corners of the ballroom. They've all got champagne flutes in their hands, and they seem to be discussing business. What do you say as you approach?
Excuse
One-
me, and I'll point to the one that's the perfect height. You shall
Okay.
dance with me.
I'm tempted to say roll an intimidation check.
I was kind of hoping you would, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what? Go for it. Roll an intimidation check.
This isn't gonna go well.
You. Remember, you always have guidance.
10. And I have my guidance. Is it a D4?
It's a D4. I'm going to roll to see how drunk this guy is.
+4. It's a 14.
That's not bad.
That's respectable.
Yeah, you kind of see that from poking out from underneath his mask, he's got a very flush in his cheeks. He's clearly not sober. As he looks at his friends and says, "Sorry, the lady has asked me to dance." As he puts down his champagne flute, motions his hand out, and says, "That is an awfully interesting costume."
Yes.
And you're just dragging into the dance floor, I'm assuming.
She's got a charisma of 8. This isn't going to go well.
Okay. So Brendan and Esmeralda have found dates in the first 30 seconds. What's everyone else doing?
Get good scrub.
Rivik, Timaeus, and Harper. What are your plans?
I'm
Harry?
standing next to Harper and just gonna follow him about.
I'm gonna get a
Um,
drink.
So we're looking for. Sorry, who again?
You're trying to find out who here is a member of the Eastern Baronies that's trying to flip lords in the Empire.
Hmm. Trying to think what's like the best way I want to go about this. This is where Brutus would be easy.
It's like fucking hacking people apart.
I've actually got to think this through now.
Hmm.
I don't know. So would asking essentially just direct questions about would anybody in here belong to this group, would that just immediately set off alarm bells?
It would set off alarm bells, and you're wise enough to know that people who are trying to commit political subterfuge probably wouldn't identify themselves.
Fuck.
If we just
I don't
walk
know.
around the room complaining about the politics and just wait till someone looks like,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Sorry, they're trying to flip the what? What is it? Sorry, they're trying to flip.
So they're trying to get lords inside the kingdom to defect.
Okay. I'm gonna motion Timaeus to follow me.
He does.
Gonna start sort of walking around the room, and
As you
and
do
as I
so, you notice people like actively stepping out of the way of the very, very large man behind you who's dressed in full plate armor.
Tobias does not notice.
and as he does, I'm sort of gonna be like not looking at him while I'm saying it's like, darling, you know I like to only speak to the most popular people. Try and find if you see anyone like a lord or someone of my stature, I would love you to point them out. And I'm just gonna be
Timaeus.
making like a proper scene, trying to
Okay.
like big myself up.
Um, make a performance check.
This could go very badly. 18.
18. You see, it was actually from the same group of people that Esmeralda had just stolen a date from. As you're walking by, making quite a massive show of your presence, one of the other gentlemen, an older looking man, maybe in his late 50s, seems to be eyeing you as you're walking across with a strange interest.
I sort of catch his gaze, and I sort of I'll point at her. Ooh, you look interesting.
I must say, as do you. Awfully gauche to be walking around with a fully armored bodyguard. Or is that just a
Oh,
costume?
Well, it is a bit of a costume. He's a bit nervous about these kind of events, but this is his in between to say, "Oh, I'm still here," partaking in the fun, but also he is a very capable warrior, so you can never be too safe.
I am here to boogie.
Yes, dear, you're here to boogie.
He's going to study you for a second, look at your mask, and then look at the pendant around Timaeus' neck and go, "You're with the Luminaris."
Guilty as charged.
Fascinating. What's a member of your church doing in a place like this?
Oh, I like to get around, I help people where I can. And I'll tell you what, in these lands, there are a lot of interesting people to see and meet, such as my company in front of me.
He's going to extend a very firm and surprisingly muscled hand. Not fucking. Sorry, I had the notes here. 1 second. My apologies.
So,
Oh, Yeah, there we go. He's going to extend a hand and say, Lieutenant General Byron, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, my name is Harper Ravendale.
Hmm.
Would I know this name at all?
You would not, but you would know that the Lieutenant General is basically the second in command to a section of the incrementers. So he's not the highest, but he's up there.
Mhm.
Fighting a lot of instincts to prevent himself from saluting right now.
Hmm. So, if you're just here to get about, then by all means let me purchase you a drink. We have the champagne here flowing.
Oh, you are too kind. Oh, I'm gonna have to take you up on that offer, but only if you have one with me.
Though I was curious to see, what does your church think of the current state of the kingdom?
Well, from what I know, they're not completely thrilled with what's going on, but are you ever gonna be when there's a war and you're literally part of the Church of Life?
Yeah, it's understandable, I suppose. Far be it from me to defend the sanctity of life with everything that I've done, but still, it's nice to know that some people here still have certain priorities.
I do love me a bit of life, I gotta be honest.
Of course. Oh. And what about you? He looks towards you. A man armed as yourself, committed to the duty. What do you think of the kingdom?
I believe that the intention of the kingdom is always noble. Whilst I disagree strongly with some actions that have been taken, the ideals behind it are still solid.
A man after my own heart. I will admit, I do believe in the kingdom's cause, but the king's position on the Eastern Front has baffled me. But at the end of the day, I might be high ranking, but I'm still just a soldier, and good soldiers follow orders.
Oh, aren't we all?
Ah, very well.
It's a human.
Yes.
Has he got like brown hair and like a close military cut and green or blue eyes, depending on which batch he was cloned from?
What?
What good soldiers follow orders. It's like the catchphrase of the clone army in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. It's also just a thing that soldiers say. um, yeah, he's also voiced by that one guy.
Yeah, nice
That's
accent you
strikingly
got
like
there.
Jango Fett.
That's
Yeah.
from South Africa or something, right? That little province.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, Esmeralda. Sorry, no. We'll go through Rivik next. Rivik has a chance. So, we'll go to go get a drink.
Hmm.
Okay. There's a rather well-stocked bar at the back of this ballroom. Again, you see crystal champagne flutes and bottles of alcohol that you are certain are more expensive than anything you've ever seen before, and the drinks seem to be flowing freely. Hmm.
Guess I'll grab myself a glass.
Okay. The man behind the desk, as he goes to serve you your order, you see his eyes flick over his shoulder towards you for a second.
Okay.
Sorry for my sorry for my stares. He is going to start pouring your drink. I feel like I've seen you somewhere before.
I don't exactly live around these parts. I'm here only as entourage to my friend over there. I gestured to like the normal sized guy and the fucking dragon man.
Ah, hmm. Uh, oh, sorry, I must be confused. I've met an awful lot of people tonight. This job is interesting.
I can imagine.
Hmm.
Working the bar, you must hear all sorts of gossip.
But it's not even just a bar. It's working for Lord Kane. Full stop. It's certainly been a journey.
How long have you been working for Lord Kane?
This will be my 22nd year.
22 years. Now that's a
Uh,
commitment.
you can see that this human man is clearly not even 30.
Sus! 22 years is a mighty long commitment. And you look incredibly young for your age, friend.
He's gonna eye you for a second.
fuck, fuck. It's fine.
Hmm.
It's totally fine.
Your drink, sir. As he slides it over.
Thank you.
Okay. Back up to the top. Brendan.
How is Brendan doing with his date?
Well, you're on a fucking 21 on performance, man. You're killing it.
Yes.
Brendan's pulled.
Yeah.
Uh,
She seems to be just kind of following your lead almost completely.
Well, she
I'm
has no choice. He's so much taller. Her feet aren't actually on the ground.
She's going to pull away from you as the song slowly comes to an end. Lay like a hand on your chest and say, "That was phenomenal. My name is Lady Rose. If you wish to find me later on in the night, I'll be waiting in the garden. I hope to see you again."
I bow down theoretically and kiss a knuckle. Kiss the knuckles.
She waves at you as she exits towards the balcony. Okay.
I after that happens, could I just be in a little bit of a dancing high, but also just listen, keep my ears out for any snippets that
Okay.
are important.
Esmeralda, how's your dance going?
We are dancing very efficiently as has been trained in books. Esmeralda has not danced with many a people, maybe a few bodies. And if he engages in small talk, Esmeralda will try and gently question him.
Okay. You see he's dancing quite sloppily. Again, he's quite clearly inebriated.
That's fine.
He's
Makes
like
questioning easier.
tripping over his feet slightly. He seems to be in good spirits about it. Though he does look a little bit perturbed when he's laughing at himself and sees you with your steely cold surgeon's mask. So, what brings you here? As he tries to pull you into a pirouette.
I wished to dance. You seemed like the ideal candidate.
You're making this sound like some kind of interview.
No, definitely not. You must spin me better, though.
I'll try. He goes to spin you, but whiffs it completely, nearly sending you into the next couple over.
I will spin him instead.
Ooh, he's off balance. maybe I should stop the dancing.
Maybe that will be best.
Though if you wish to join me for a drink, I certainly wouldn't say no.
Intriguing. Yes, I shall join you.
He's going to motion for 2 glasses of champagne to be poured. So, what inspired? He's going to motion to your outfit. This.
It is my role in the Luminaris. I am one of the clinical healers.
Clinical healers. Don't they just tend to wave their hands and wounds get fixed?
Yes, but someone needs to teach them what sort of wounds need what sort of waving.
Oh, fascinating. Well, I'll admit it'd be nice to know someone with those particular skills in case anything bad ever happens.
Of course. My skills are quite useful when needed. And what would bring you here?
Oh, old money. My great grandfather used to own silver mines, and that money has kept me going through the generations. We don't own any land, but we hardly need it.
Ah, of course. Reputation does mean a lot here.
Of course it does. Though I will admit, I do find the more political side of this rather draining.
Political side?
Well, everyone's. He's going to. You see his eyes kind of drop slightly as the smile fades. Everyone just seems out for their own interests, Or I'm not a lord. I feel like I'm being left out of some grand discussion.
Ah, well,
Hmm.
Esmeralda's gonna kind of just go a little bit closer, almost flirting,
Hmm.
and say, "It is something that I am familiar with. I am here because of my talents rather than any actual power."
Yes, but at least the drinks are free. Though Lord help me, I will not go near the banquet hall without someone to keep me occupied. I tried to go there for a slice of that delicious pork, and Again, it was like talking to brick walls.
Esmeralda's going to thread an arm in his. Let us go together.
Very well. As he walks you to the banquet hall. Who was next? We've had Brendan recap, Sonia recap, Harper, and Timaeus. What are
Heard
you guys doing?
Polk from across the banquet hall. Tomias's head turns.
Yeah. So yeah, you see Esmeralda and this lone, not even a lord, this lone business old money. He doesn't have a title. He's just a guy.
Trust fund kid?
Yeah, trust fund kid. He does have a name. if
That's
I can
completely irrelevant.
Find it.
No one cares.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh no, Sonia might. His name's Stephenson. Either way, yeah, they're heading towards the banquet hall.
I think I heard the word pork.
Oh yes, the Lieutenant General is going to say to you, it's a rather delectable feast. I believe I've stuffed myself silly already.
Tomias just looks at Harper and doesn't say any more words.
Oh, you can go get some. I've been known to get a bit of meat here and there.
He leans very close and whispers, "This is not a place I am comfortable with. I do not want to go anywhere alone."
Stay here. It's all right. Don't worry.
He will wear it very well. And he will stand back up again and just continue to just stand there.
He wants the pork.
He does.
The Lieutenant General is going to cough and say, "Well, you don't need to stay here on my commands. I'm more than happy to be left to my drink."
Well, I'll tell you what. How about we could do a little catch up later on then, and I can get my friend here at the pork he so clearly wants.
Very well.
Well,
Both
it was an
nods.
absolute pleasure to meet you.
Of course. Long live the king.
Indeed.
We walk away.
Okay. Yeah, as you two head towards the banquet hall.
The moment we're away from the guy. The moment
Can
we're
I
away
just
from the
do
guy.
like
Sorry.
Can I just do a insight check on the guy, just the general?
Yes,
Like what
you
he-
absolutely can.
Sure, I'll do the same thing.
13.
Ugh, not great.
Harper, you can tell he meant what he said and that he does believe in the kingdom and by extension the king. But you also can tell he very much meant what he said, that he just can't understand why the king is not reinforcing the Eastern Front. And that is it is causing him to question things. But
Okay.
then again, like he said, he is a soldier and he will follow orders.
Fair
Any
enough.
deeper motivations than that, he just didn't roll high enough. Sadly. Timaeus, yeah, that's definitely Lieutenant General. Good lord, you're in the presence of more or less military royalty.
Indeed, I am very excited. Today has been a great day. There's going to be. I met this guy. He seemed like this really great, famous general dude. And there's pork. This might not actually be as terrible an experience as I feared it would be.
Yeah. So you guys, so it's Sonia, Harper, and Timaeus head towards the banquet hall. Brendan and Rivik, you guys see this group of people in very quick succession head there, who, needless to say, stand out quite a bit.
Clank, clank, clank,
Yeah.
clank.
What would you like to do?
Can we meet up for just in before we happen so we can have a chat?
So, well, I reckon Esmeralda is already basically there. But if you're the rest, if the other four of you want to meet up, then I see no reason why not to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I
Good
was
point,
thinking. Yeah. So we all five of us just in here, then immediately into the banquet hall. I'm guessing to the balconies afterwards.
Well, I mean, Esmeralda's currently with her date, so that's happening. But Tomias will see you two come in and we'll point it out to Harper and we'll wait for you, I guess.
Yeah.
So, are you enjoying yourselves?
Yes, I think I am.
Seems
So-
Brendan may have pulled.
Yeah, I saw you on the dance floor. I hear wedding bells.
Brendan smiles.
There is pork inside. I would very much like to get some.
It does
Okay.
smell delicious. Oh, by the way, the staff of vampires.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, there's this really young guy who's been working here for 20 years.
Okay. So when do we... Right.
They're not going to try anything, are they? That's not really the kind of biting I'm into.
Bless
Well,
you.
he
Thank you.
Fucking love Harper so much.
that is a conversation for a different time. But actually, I suspect they may be some kind of thralls. I mean, he's been serving for 20 years, but I sort of called him out on his good-looking skin. You would have loved him, Harper. But he wasn't too pleased when I mentioned it.
That does remind me. I do wish to talk to you about this whole "this guy is the cause of your affliction" thing. I would very much like to know more about that and if it will grant us any tactical advantage against this guy.
As long as you have the time, I can spare the story, friend.
Very well. Come, join me by the pork. And I will nod to the other two and lead Rivik away.
Okay, so you guys enter the banquet hall, and to say a royal feast doesn't do it fucking. There's 4 pigs here, and they are all immaculately cooked and still steaming hot. You can see where some of them have been dug into, and the meat is just falling off the bone. It is the highest quality meat you have ever seen.
Drool starts appearing underneath the bottom of my helmet. And I come to the realization that it probably wouldn't be proper for me to just sit down and eat an entire boar by myself like I tend to do.
Everyone's like taking bits out of the boar, and Tobias just picks
Picks
up a
one up.
boar.
Yes, that's what he does. He
Puts
eats
it on
pig's
his plate.
whole.
Oh no, no! You can do it like this. You grab pieces, bit by piece, from each other pig until you've had enough.
Until I
And
build
eat
my
it.
own pig to eat.
Yes.
You do see a group of figures as all of you, including you, Esmeralda, enter the banquet. You see 3 figures standing near the feast table. One of them, a quite portly older man, balding on top, with a thick handlebar mustache, who seems to be kind of caught in a conversation between 2 other people. Another one, a refined, younger-looking man, maybe mid-30s, and the other, a woman. Woman, however, is interesting. She's dressed with a red robe and a staff with a crystal ball on top. You would recognize this as at least Esmeralda would, at the very least, as the uniform of a mage counselor of the Arcanum. Esmeralda, your date is going to let kind of like tap your arm to let go as he begins preparing himself to plate the food.
Okay, I'll let him go.
Okay. On the opposite side of the table, aside from the 3 talking, is a rather disgusting looking man. Kind of food half still down his chin, flushing his cheeks from drink, stained a beautiful silk shirt stained by gravy and meat blood. Who seems to be kind of like leaning over and talking to a very uninterested looking young woman with dark skin and piercing green eyes. She seems to be maintaining a friendly smile, but there's a sadness behind there. What would
Oh,
you guys like?
Esmeralda's not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Somebody else's problem.
I mean, I'm currently
enough.
over with Rivik about to grill him for his entire life story. So if Harper and Brendan want to handle that, let's go for it.
There's 2 conversations happening here.
I'll join in the awkward conversation going on.
Which one? They're both awkward. They're all awkward.
Oh, the guy with the uninterested woman.
Oh, okay. As you do, the woman is going to look at you with approach and smile. Actually, can you make an insight check as you approach her?
Sure. 12.
12. She looks at you with a warm smile as you approach, and says, "Ah, Fantastic. A representative of the Luminaris. I was wondering if I would see one of your kin tonight. I'm very sorry, Your Highness. I have business to attend to after all. Yes, yes, of course. Yes, I must. Yes, you be on with it. As he kind of half stumbles away, as she looks at you. Okay.
Oh, didn't
As
realize
far
I
as
was
you're,
so popular.
as far as you're concerned, we are talking about gold prices being traded for the Luminaris for your churches. Do you understand? Keep smiling.
Of course, dear.
Okay. He's going to look over at the group, look towards Timaeus and Brendan and Esmeralda and Rivik, and then back at you. What the hell are you doing here? She's still smiling, by
Sorry.
the way.
Oh, sorry, Remote, just to be sure. So she said we're talking about gold prices before she's.
Yes.
What do you mean, what am I doing here, darling? We said we was going to talk about discuss the prices of the items we have.
She takes a deep breath in. Listen, the administration has this covered. The last thing that we need is Leon's lapdogs coming here with a heavy hand and ruining this.
Oh, honey, right. I've always been told if you don't have anything nice to say, you shouldn't say it. Come on, we can talk with a better tone than that.
Chose
I
the
love
wrong
him so
person
much.
to try and.
I love him so much.
We're gonna get kicked out.
No, you're not. She has cover to maintain. Listen, okay. The administration has been tracking these for a while. We know about the Eastern Pyrenees, of course we do. But you leaving would be more suspicious than you staying, I guess. Whilst this is happening, what's everyone else doing?
Tell me your entire life story as I eat these various trays of pork sandwiches.
I think these porks are supposed to feed multiple people.
I just pick up the entire tray, hold it in one hand, and shovel entire rolls into my mouth on non-stop, on loop.
I'm sure that's anyway.
If
Fine.
someone asks him for it, he would let them have one, but I'm assuming no one's asking the 7-foot-tall dragon man for any
Probably
of his
not.
food.
People in the background are coming up. Like Rivik sees him in his peripherals and he just like waves them away. It's like don't fucking interact with the giant dragon man.
So tell me everything.
Shit. Right, hang on. What's my backstory?
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is this guy's name again?
Oh my god.
Lord Kane.
Kane. That's the one. Thanks. Kane leads a coven of, well, vampires, obviously. As I've explained before, I was with the Rangers long before the king is the king. No, fuck, hang on. Was it? No, he was. My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, we were out on a scouting mission one day, ambushed by these predators, killed and slaughtered the rest of my crew, and I was taken to their lair,
Here.
cavern,
You were
whatever
taken
the
to
word
here.
called it. I was taken here. I was taken
Here.
here to this castle. Turning someone to one of their kind requires a ritual. There are not many cases of that ritual failing, but I am one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite remember the details. It was hazy. But there I was, strapped up with chains, chanting going on. I think a window broke, something came in, the ritual stopped. The next thing I know, I was feeding on innocents outside of the villages. I'm not entirely certain of what happened and the contents of the ritual. All I know is that Cain and his lackeys are responsible for this, and just gestures at himself.
I see. So, to summarize, this lord, whom is a lord of the kingdom and operates within their territory, has been kidnapping people and turning them into vampires against their will and slaughtered probably countless innocents.
Well, he didn't exactly ask for permission before he tried to drain me. So I would say yes, probably against their will.
Very well.
I don't
Which
know
one is
how
he?
often he does it.
Which one is he?
Is he in the room?
No, you have not seen him at all yet.
Damn, we haven't seen him yet.
Well, when you see him
I'm
pointing
afraid
out
he
to
may
him,
recognize me.
we will need to have him arrested.
You want to arrest a vampire?
He broke the laws of the kingdom, and thus he is due a fair trial. Of course, if he resists arrest, we will probably have to kill him, but we must at least make the attempt.
I suppose you're right, yes.
Rivik, I do want you to notice, as you would have done as you were going through here, this place,
Sure.
obviously, they're very, very good at keeping out of sight, as all good staff are, not interrupting. But you have seen dozens and dozens and dozens of staff members.
Oh, I see. Yes, well, Kane may not be in this room, but his minions, his thralls, his lackeys, whatever the fuck you want to call them, his staff,
I believe the
are
technical
littered
term is
throughout this
spawn.
building. What fuck? All right, fine, spawn. They
I've
are
been doing a
littered
lot of
throughout
reading.
this building.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, good for you. That's good.
Thank you.
But anyway, they are littered throughout this building. I mean, the barman was one of them.
Mm.
If we try and start fights while in the castle grounds, we'll be feasted upon by dozens of them.
I would like to think, what do I know of vampires and their strengths and weaknesses?
Roll a think check.
Make a nature check for me.
A nature check? Okay.
Or religion.
Oh,
Nature or religion.
I wish I'd done
Either or
religion.
works.
Okay, I don't know. I'm equally bad at
Can
both.
I aid him in
So
his
that's
thinking?
a 5.
Yes, you can. Roll with
I
advantage.
know very little. Can I just ask him instead? He's going to have way better intelligence than me.
Okay, in that case, Rivik. can you roll
I
nature check
think
with
for a
advantage?
moment, come up with nothing. Rivik, what do you know about vampires? What are their strengths and weaknesses?
Maybe if you just help me think about it for a minute.
I've done my best thinking, to be honest. I've run out
A
of think.
nature check.
Yes, or religion.
This is going to go only exceptionally well.
I believe in you. Because I have to. Because I suck.
It's going to be a flat roll. Oh, I know
17.
stuff.
That's not
I know
bad.
some stuff.
So, yeah, the
I know
big
some
thing
stuff.
is the biggest weakness is, of course, sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, you know that they are incredibly strong, able to turn to mist, turn to animals, drain blood, charm people. They are strong, fast, charismatic as all hell. They are fiercely intelligent. They are a being perfectly optimized to intrude on mortal societies and bleed them dry.
What do we know about garlic?
They're me, but better.
Yeah, you but better, and also much more weak to sunlight. That's their only real saving grace.
I look out the window. What time of day is it?
It's like the sun's just set.
We should
Maybe
probably...
we should come back in
the morning.
12 hours.
Yes, I was
In the
thinking
morning.
the same thing. Very
Everybody, round up. We are coming back in 12 hours.
Stop the party. We will resume this time at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Okay. Whilst this
Brendan, grab
discussion
a
is
pig.
happening- Speaking of Brendan, whilst this discussion is happening, Brendan and Esmeralda, what are you two doing?
I'm flirting with my date.
On my date, you see him kind of,
Damn.
yeah. You see him. He's not really paying attention to you as he's looking over at the other three people. You see kind of like a scowl begin to form in his face before he turns back towards you. I'm sorry,
Oh.
what was that?
Who are those people you keep looking at?
Oh, those three. Well, from my failed attempt to join the conversation, I believe one of them is Lord Hendry. He points to the uncomfortable-looking fat lord in the middle, who's caught between the other two. The other one is Viscount Keddick. He points towards the taller man, who seems to be very passionately debating with the woman. And that one is Arcanum Councillor Matroni.
I see.
And apparently they want nothing to do with me,
Why is that?
because I'm not a lord. I don't hold a position of power.
Well,
I'm just
we
wealthy.
could go and make them incredibly uncomfortable by butting in.
He smiles before extending his elbow out towards you.
I take it.
Ah, Greetings, friends. May I introduce you to the wonderful. I don't know your name. The wonderful Esmeralda. Um, the other, as you're doing, you kind of overhear part of a conversation. Like, yes, well, I do see your point. The kingdom has been phenomenal, for at least me. I led the waterworks projects in Corin. I'm now a counselor of the Arcanum. Not to mention the joys that recent developments have had. It's going quite well. I don't think it's weak at all. The Viscount, the taller man, would be like, well, unfortunately, not everyone can enjoy a position of power next to the king himself. For the ordinary lord, such as myself and the honourable Lord Hendry here, he places a hand on his shoulder, and Lord Hendry looks even more uncomfortable. We have had nothing but suffering. We are overtaxed. We have our lands being stepped on, and militaries marching through our fields. What do you think? Viscount Kedic is going to look towards you, Esmeralda. Are you a woman of means?
Oh. Esmeralda really shouldn't be here. Hmm.
Name again? The one that's talking currently?
Kedic. Viscount Kedic.
Do any of these people jog Esmeralda's memory? She's
No.
been quite far across the realms. No, okay. Do I have any idea what they're talking about?
Well,
I don't.
based on the context, you
Apart
can
from the
tell.
obvious.
Yeah, the Arcana member is defending the Empire and its options, and Kedic is saying that the Empire is fucking things up for the Lords.
Esmeralda will say, I am neither a landowner, but I am someone who is talented within the Luminaris. But for me, it has been difficult. Soldiers come and go for me and my people, but the expansion of the Empire seems to be going well, at least.
Hmm. You see, the Arcanum Counselor is going to. She has like a weird mix between a smile and a sneer on her face. Well, I never thought I'd agree with a member of your kin, but true. The expansion of the Empire has delivered our organizations both a great deal of wealth and influence. Hmm. Kedic's going to speak up. That still doesn't change the fact that this country is built on our land. I don't, I don't know why I'm even bothered to speaking to you. You Arcanum lot are all the same, stuck in your ways. But luckily, my good friend Lord Hendry here, Lord Hendry Costa, I'm sorry, I met you this evening. Yes, my good friend Lord Hendry here. He understands what I'm going on. Us lords are being stepped on. We're being crushed under the weight of this empire. Also, bodies can be flung at some pointless war. I don't know about that. I'm quite no. Um, Brendan, what are you doing?
Guilty. Let's kill him.
I say we kill all three of them.
It's a good thing Brendan didn't hear that.
Hmm.
In all honesty, but Brendan is doing light picking, and well, he's doing a bit looking around and listening in.
Hmm.
Just he's nearly blatantly, because he can't step for shit, eavesdropping
Okay.
on some
Okay.
juicy gossip.
Fair enough.
Just go around.
Okay. In that case, Harper. The woman's going to kind of seeing Timaeus just shove food in his face as unelegantly as possible from the opposite side of the table. She is going to just place two fingers on the bridge of her nose and say, listen, it's more suspicious if you leave now. But if you're here, you might be able to help with something. I'm the only one of my kin who are, well, who's able to leave their post. I currently have one man in the band and one man on the restaurant crew. Well, as a waiter, I suppose. If you could lend your services, then I suppose we could make use of you yet. Just promise not to do any of the ham-fisted murdering that you're so known for.
Darling, I'm not a murderer. And you know what? To prove my good faith, I'll help you out. Even though you've not been so polite so far, but everyone can improve.
Either way, I believe that there was one lord I overheard mentioning having some kind of private meeting with Lord Kane. I'm not certain that he's with the baronies yet. I haven't had much of a chance to interview him, but well, If anyone was going to get a private meeting with the man himself, then it may be one of their ilk. His name was Lord Farcourt. I believe last time he was spotted out in the garden.
Interesting.
Now, if you don't mind me, she's going to excuse herself. That motherfucker is guilty. She's gonna say, pointing towards Keddick.
No fucking shit, really? It's like, I have all my notes, and most of them are very detailed, and I just have next to him, sus.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, as she is going to make her way to actually sidling up next to Brendan, as she's eavesdropping on the conversation that Esmeralda is currently having.
Okay, yeah, I'll join in. I'll walk along.
Okay, Rivik and Timaeus, what are you two doing?
Anyway, well, thank you for that information, and we will certainly keep it in mind. How confident are you in sneaking around undetected in this mansion?
I can be invisible.
Might be an idea for you to find somewhere to disappear, maybe a bathroom or something, turn invisible and have a poke around, see what you can find. If this place is as suspicious as we think it is, it might be a wise idea to know all its entrances and exits, as well as maybe what exactly is going on with the rather overabundance of staff you mention, as I'm feeling slightly surrounded now you've pointed it out. In the meanwhile, I will go and find the others, and I will subtly inform them of what you have just told me about the potential vampire lair. I will keep your own personal information out of the conversation until you feel comfortable describing it to them yourself.
As you say that, you hear someone choke on their drink behind you, as you see the tan-skinned, green-eyed woman from the administration go kind of bug-eyed as she looks at you. What did you just say?
I said that we need to get this situation under control. I mean, look about you. Do you see all these people? Look over there.
Staff?
Yes,
The staff?
they're all suspicious.
Are you? Sorry, Timaeus.
Mhm.
You don't know how she knows your name.
Timaeus doesn't even question it.
Yeah. I need you to be certain about what you said. You said they're vampires.
Well, we believe they are. We have no evidence. Who are you?
Well, here you call me Jessica Fairbairn, but my name is Alexa.
Then why would I
work for
call
the
you
administration.
Jessica?
Brilliant.
So-
Hey Siri.
What?
No, he's making a joke.
Oh, sorry,
I
he's
got it.
he's making a joke. Yeah. So, I work for the administration. It's a pseudonym. Okay, I need to leave. Christ. Wait, how did you uncover this information?
We have our sources, but they are not to be disclosed at this time. And then he gives like a smile, but you can't see it under his bassinet.
Nice.
His eyes flicker terrific, yes or no?
It's a bassinet. You can't see his eyes.
She's going to
You
think.
can feel his smile.
Okay, Timaeus, I know the last resort is known for being ham-fisted, as Leon Blackies almost always are. But if what you're saying is true, I need to leave immediately.
I have a question for you, Blake.
Yeah.
Do I know what she is actually a part? Like she said something about what was it? What was the name of it? Sorry.
The administration.
Yeah, she said administration. Would I actually know what that is, or is that just a word?
Yeah, no, it's the people who do all the paperwork.
Right.
Basically, more or less.
Okay. Cool. So the
Yeah.
middle management of the government.
More or
Oh,
less.
hang on, what's the paper push you're doing here, huh?
Yeah. This seems a
yeah,
bit
she-
above your pay grade.
Alexa,
she's-
why are you here?
That's not going to get
Listen.
old.
If what you're saying is true, even if it's only a suspicion, I need to leave and tell the administration immediately. But again, I can. All I can do, and it kills me to do this, is ask you to not be ham-fisted when you're dealing with this. We still need someone to take care of the lords here.
I look down at the ham in my fist. I promise to try.
She seems visibly disappointed as she exits the room in quite a hurry.
I wonder who she was. Anyway, Rivik, as I was saying,
Nice lady.
you look about, see if you can find any information on this vampire lair that we're surrounded by. I will go and inform the others so they can be on their guard.
Understood.
Try
I'll
not
go
to
and
die.
take a piss. And he
Mhm.
winks.
If you're in danger or you find yourself in distress, just jump out of any window. The shattering glass will probably alert us.
Right.
Yes.
Back to Esmeralda. What are you currently doing? Apart from being caught in
I'm
this conversation.
Still in this conversation. Esmeralda kind of wants to leave, and she's watching her date, whose name she still doesn't know, see if he's enjoying himself or not.
He seems to not be but he's at least included in the conversation.
Oh,
which,
boo.
yeah.
I'm
So
going
his
to
name's
try and
Esmeralda,
include
yeah.
him into the conversation.
How so?
Oh, I'm gonna whisper. What the fuck? Excuse me, I do not know your name.
Stephenson.
Stephenson, what is your opinion on this? Of course, they are saying that the kingdom is pushing too much, and this one says that
Hmm.
the kingdom is doing what the kingdom does best. Where do you
Well,
sit on this?
I must say that the increase in taxes hasn't been enjoyable, but at the very least, I can now travel from place to place without fear of bandits or rogue mercenaries on the road. So my wealth is more secure than it's ever been. The Stabilis and Incrementus have been doing a fantastic job of keeping us safe. Lord Hendry is going to say, yes, yes, quite, quite. Though I will admit it is quite troubling, as Kedek is saying about having the Archies march through our lands. Steph's going to say, oh, I don't actually own any land. And you just see the other three just all kind of side eye him heavily. I'm going to go step out for a drink, I think. I'll leave you for this conversation as he's going to whisk himself away.
I'm going to curtsy and also leave with him and apologize for making it awkward.
No, it's fine. It's just the nature of these events, you know. I'm not even sure why I received an invitation here in the first place. I don't have any friends or family here.
Because you
Your
are
bad
important.
taste.
I'm not important. I'm rich. There's a difference.
I think you're important.
You're too kind. Very well. Now, if you excuse me, I need to powder my nose to be crude. He seems his brow's furrowed, and he's not exactly smiling as he's walking away.
Dumped.
I'm going to go find someone on the team and tell them what I've learned.
Everyone's still in the banquet hall at the minute.
Tobias is looking for someone, so he'll be easily spotting Esmeralda on her own and make a beeline to her. Oh, Esmeralda.
I will pull him aside somewhere, a little bit out of the way, and then give him the rundown of the two lords that were talking. Well, the whole group that was talking.
So what you're saying is the most likely suspects of one of the ones thinking of leaving is this Kendrick fellow, and this Lord Andre might be sus.
Essentially.
Okay, interesting. What do you think of the Arcanum Counselor? You mentioned that he seemed against their perspectives. Sorry, she be against their perspectives.
She seems the most down to earth, but if someone were to want to covertly support something, they would be in the best position to.
Perhaps. And this Stephenson fellow that you spent so much time about, you must be highly suspicious of him, otherwise you would not have spent so much time with him.
No, I enjoyed his company.
Huh. Very well. On another note, there is was a administration, I want to say spy, agent. Regardless, they were here and apparently seem to know exactly who we are, and were not too impressed about us being here, so someone in the kingdom is going to know that Leon sent us, so that might cause problems later. However,
It will be problems for Leon,
indeed,
not for us.
Indeed. More pressing concerns, we may or may not be surrounded by vampires.
Excuse me?
Well, Rivik believes that the serving staff here, all of the serving staff here, are probably vampires. His current evidence of this they are suspiciously young for how long some of them have said to be working here. They are all very youthful looking, pale, and also this is the place where he was turned into a sort of vampire.
Can I look for someone that matches the description and try
Make a-
and spot if they're breathing or doing anything that a human would do that they're not.
Make a perception check.
Can it not be medicine?
It can be
doesn't
perception
matter.
or investigation. It can be investigation. I'll say. Actually, whatever. 15.
50.
So you look around for the serving staff, and you see that in like almost every corner of the banquet hall, of the ballroom, of the corridors in between, there are like very thin servant doors, which you see people pop in and out of, dressed in their white shirts and bow ties. All of them are seemingly quite young and very pale. But all they seem to be doing at the minute is just diligently serving their guests.
Are they breathing?
I'm gonna say without actually like going and talking to one personally, you didn't roll high enough to see from a distance.
I will go and engage in conversation with someone that doesn't look too busy,
I will go with
but
her.
also has alcohol on them.
I will
because
go
then
with
have
her
excuse.
unless she says otherwise.
You do see a service member walking with a tray of champagne flutes across the banquet hall. She says, "Ah, good evening, sir, ma'am. Champagne?
Ah, yes.
Make a
Tell
medicine check."
me.
You don't get the
Wow.
plus 4 from my aura. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It is a
13.
13.
Wait, what?
Again,
What's
you don't-
happening?
You don't quite notice.
Okay.
Anyway, what was you saying?
I just wanted to engage him in conversation so I can watch his breathing patterns.
You don't see anything particularly odd about it.
Can I see the pallor of his skin?
Oh, very, very pale.
See-through pale or?
Nearly. You can definitely see veins underneath.
Okay. I will finish the conversation and then go look for another person that also has alcohol.
Okay, there's the man behind the bar that Rivik spoke to earlier.
No, I don't want to be suspicious and go to the same person.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Okay. I'm going to say that I'm not going to just have you re-roll medicine check after medicine check until you eventually get it right. I'll say
No.
13 is
It's
just-
more like I just want to make an analysis. I'm happy to stick to the 14, but Esmeralda's doing it to make sure that she's got
Okay.
good
Yeah,
enough
you go-
information.
You go to the others, even those that are, because it's not just all mono white. There are like people of varying skin tones and races here, but they all
Mhm.
seem to at least be paler than they should be, and they all do seem quite young.
I'd like to ask someone who looks maybe the youngest out of the ones that I can see how long they've been working here and if they enjoy it.
Oh, I've been serving here for I think 4 or 5 years now, and
Not very long at all.
and he is going to smile as he says, "And working with a man such as Lord Kane is a pleasure and a gift."
Is this a completely forced smile?
Make an insight check.
Does he have fangs when he's smiling?
He's not smiling with his teeth.
That's a natural 20.
Hey!
That is
Yeah.
the most insincere compliment you've ever heard anyone give in your life. This man is chatting absolute bullshit. He hates working here.
Don't worry. I have also worked for bosses that I have not had the greatest opinion of. It is fine.
I don't know what you mean. Regardless, I must get back to my duties. He nods with a slight panic in his voice as he turns away on the spot.
I'm going to just kind of lean over closer to Timaeus and like he was completely lying out of his teeth. He hates it here.
I sympathise. I would hate to work in the wait staff industry too. Customer service is very
Okay.
difficult. We should probably go and tell we should probably go tell the others about the whole vampire thing. Who do you want?
We
Brendan
do not want
or...
to all be seen together. Give them this, and I'm going to pick up like a fork or something, and we'll just put a tiny little recorded message of everything that I've learned so far.
It's just like 5 seconds of you saying vampires and then screaming.
Oh god.
Vampires, and then I'll give the names and descriptions quickly of
Okay.
each of the main players that I found so far. And that's
Very
it.
well. I shall give this to Brendan and Harper.
Give it to Rivik. Rivik can give it to the others more.
Well, Rivik's currently
eloquently.
occupied scouting the possibly vampire-infested mansion for any entrances, exits, and any other suspicious behaviour.
Oh my
Speaking
god,
of-
give it to Harper then.
Very well.
Speaking of, Rivik, perception investigation or survival, please.
Ooh, perception, investigation, or Survival. Perception is +6. Investigation is less, and survival is okay. But fuck it, we'll do survival. It's still +6. God damn, 23.
So I'm assuming you're
I
casting your
survived.
invisibility like in some strange corner and then going from there.
I go to take a whiz.
Hmm.
Actually take a whiz after my drink. I would like to cast Long Strider on myself
Okay.
because that lasts for a whole ass hour,
Yes.
and then use my invisibility.
Okay. So with your 23 in survival, you're essentially tracking members of staff that
Mm,
dash throughout. And going into one of the slim service doors, this place is a maze of hidden corridors with like exposed woodwork and brick on either side. Absolutely no thought given to aesthetics here. That seems to trace throughout the entire castle. This place is again, it's a maze. And you do
mm.
see as you're following them past down into the kitchen, there are several entrances out back as well as one to the bottom of the ramparts that line the castle walls.
Okay.
Though
Let's.
your only saving grace here is your spider climb, as the corridors here are so narrow that you are needing to climb over the ceilings to avoid the service staff that are dashing back and forth underneath you.
Okay. Uh, hmm. Hang on. Bear with. Let's. Hmm. Are there any pathways that maybe like ring a bell? Any of this
So,
look vaguely familiar?
you were unconscious when you were brought here for the first time, and you woke up in the ritual chamber.
Mm,
And then you
okay.
escaped from the ritual chamber directly. You never really explored the castle. The only thing that would
So
say
one
I would say
is
the only thing that I would say does look familiar, sorry, is a tower at one end of the ramparts. At one end of the ramparts that you were able to get to from that secret tunnel.
okay. Let's just do the ramparts. Let's go that way.
Okay. You step onto the ramparts, seeing the long fields and full moon over the rolling hills in front of you. It's nice to have a breath of fresh air after being caught in that room.
Mm. He almost does a howl and then remembers that's not the affliction he
No.
has. Um,
So again, as you're standing on the ramparts alone, you look at the tower that this walkway connects to, standing tall and broad, and you know what this is. You know where this is.
are there windows on this tower?
There are some, but they'd be. I mean, you can just climb around, and plus, you know where they are. Yes, there are, but they do stop halfway down.
Hmm.
You see one, you see there were other windows before lower down, but they have been bricked and mortared over.
Sus. Okay. Mentally noted. This is a place to check. Um, in the back in the tunnels,
Mhm.
how like how dense is the staffing?
Uh, not. It's a very big castle, so it's not particularly dense. You're maybe seeing one service member dash through. The closer you get to the banquet halls, the more intense it is. But out in the like further reaches, it's maybe one every 5-10 minutes. So it's less
Mm,
populated, like in the further corners of the castle.
okay. Mm. All right. Okay. Fine. There's a tower where a suspicious ass looking tower,
It's
which is
how you
potentially
remember.
where. All right, tower I remember that has suspiciously closed windows.
Hmm.
Staff are close to the banquet. Cool, fine. Um, okay, and then in terms of like exits, front
Hmm.
door, obviously.
Yeah,
Door to
front
the
door,
ramparts, bad idea, probably.
door to the
But
kitchen, and then there is you see another steel door that presumably leads into some kind of basement area, but that is currently locked.
mm, does it have a great window?
No. Harsh. It's just iron.
Damn, you bastard.
Hmm.
Okay. I will then join my boys again.
Okay. Speaking of, so you guys reconvene in the banquet hall. Harper, you have been
Mhm.
told of one Lord Farcourt, who is said to have a private meeting with Lord Kane. And you know that last time that Alexa heard of Lord Farcourt, he was in the garden.
This is something I'd then relay to everybody else once I'd meet up with him.
I mean,
Mhm.
we do. We meet up, guys. Vampires.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we do
okay.
about them?
What do I know about vampires?
I tell him
Make
everything.
Oh, you tell everything. Yeah, you tell everything that Robbie knew.
Look, this is what the resident vampire of our group says about vampires, and I fill him in on
Gossip.
the vampire stuff.
Weak to sun, otherwise you're fucked.
No, it's not true. We could also stab them a whole bunch. I'm sure they'll die to that eventually.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have a question about Lord Farquaad. Is he a short man?
No.
Oh,
Well, at least you don't know. You haven't seen him yet.
I suspect he's short. He's got short guy energy, by the name.
Oh.
Right.
Might it be
okay.
an idea to head to
So,
the garden to
Well,
see if,
we do need to arrest Lord Kane for being, a vampire. So we should probably go and find him if that's where he's going to be.
Okay.
Bless
So
you.
you guys head out to the
Thank
garden.
you.
As you're heading, Esmeralda, you see sorry, frog in my throat. You see Stephenson smoking a cigarette on the balcony overlooking the garden. It's quite lush. But aside from him, the only figures you can see are a rather tall looking, handsome man, as well as a woman in a fine silk dress that you would recognize, Brendan, as Lady Rose. The two of which are currently talking in the garden's gazebo.
How
Okay.
likely do we think this situation will go to combat?
Okay.
Cool.
Hopefully.
Then I'm happy
I
to
mean-
not torture my man them.
We're gonna try our best for it not to do that because we're supposed to be incognito. But on the other hand, it is
Nah,
This
us.
is
Stephen's
also
content.
us.
Yes. Well, let's give it a whirl.
I'm gonna wave to Stephenson as we walk past, but that's about it.
He doesn't look very happy, but he smiles as you wave before going back to his cigarette.
So you keep waving at that guy. Is he important in some way?
I enjoy his company. Why do you keep asking?
Well, it's
I've
just
already told you.
you don't. How to say this without sounding? In the fortress, you never really go out of your way to socialize. I've noticed. You seem very focused on your work. So this
Everyone
is.
is boring.
Oh. He's just gonna stop talking and be quiet. So sad Timaeus makes sad Timaeus noises.
Just the saddest. Oh.
Okay, so I'm assuming then if you're walking past and you're heading towards the gazebo, how are you
Yeah.
doing this?
Forwards with legs. We aren't gonna try and stealth. I'm in full plate armor. I'm in more plate than normal.
Even your face is in plate.
Yeah, and my tail is covered in chainmail.
As you approach, you hear Lady Rose say, "Oh, that does certainly sound like an interesting plan, if nothing else." Oh, hello, Brendan. It's a pleasure to see you again. You see the man turn around as you do so, and he kind of looks taken aback that there's now 5 people just standing at the entrance to the gazebo. Oh, a pleasure to meet you. My name is Lord Farcourt. You are?
I
I am
look at
Br-
Harper. Sorry, go on.
I am Brendan, and it's good to see you again, Lady Rose.
He curtsies. Hmm.
Uh,
Can we help at all?
I look to people who actually have a kind of plan. What's going on?
Well, I made no plan in this. I just said there's a guy in the garden that it might be worth going to find out.
Well, hello there. We are looking for a Lord Farquaad.
He just introduced himself.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
Farcourt, and yes, that is I.
Farquaad. I see. Let me adjust my notes real quick. 1 second. How do you spell that?
FAR
Yeah.
FARQUARD.
COU no COURT.
RT. Oh, Farcourt. Well, I just came here to learn how to spell your name. We'll be leaving now. No. Forgive the interruption, but we are here. You can see the gears turning into Myers' head as he tries to think up some believable lie. And you can see in slow motion as he's failing to not find vampires.
Ah, well, you certainly are an entertaining fellow. He's going to look over and you kind of see him feeling kind of intimidated by the group of 5 people that have just appeared.
I think that's fair.
Lady Rose, it was a fantastic conversation, but I believe I must excuse myself. I know Kane hasn't made himself known yet, but when he does, I'm sure I would like to speak to him. As he nods before we were blocking the entrance to the gazebo, so we just kind of stands and coughs.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Tomas will step aside.
Thank you. Rose
what
is going to look at you, Brendan, and say, "Oh, it certainly isn't the kind of candor I expected from someone with your dancing skills."
I have a. My body can move as I want it to. Words fail me.
Oh. If you don't need anything from me, then I suppose I will head back inside.
If I don't mean to be presumptuous, but would it be okay for me to know what you were talking with Lord Farquhar about?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
Yeah, perfect.
Take a
Perfectly
good old
acceptable.
guidance with it.
Can make sense.
Disadvantage. That will be 12 plus. That'll be 15.
15. You see her expression sours. There was like a veneer of polite kindness there, which kind of disappears. Unfortunately, these things are best left to nobility.
I give her a charming smile, or at least my best approximation of it. Understandable.
Now, if you wouldn't excuse me, I would like to head back inside. You are currently blocking the entrance.
Yes, have a good day. Good night. As I leave. I have to leave.
Okay. Leaving you guys alone in the gazebo.
I turn and
We
look
really
up.
should have planned for that.
I shrug and say, I'm not good at subterfuge. Rivik, did you see which direction that Farcourt guy went? He's still going to lead us to the vampire.
I feel like we were meant
I
to
did
stop them.
find. Go.
Sorry, Harper?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's
No,
part
I
of me
just-
that just feels like we were supposed to stop them.
Well, we can't use physical violence yet because we're supposed to try and do this without that. And physically stopping a lady or lord could cause an incident. And until we're allowed to punch our way out of the solution, I do not feel equipped to handle navigation or talking.
I wasn't suggesting anything so violent, but just I don't know. We just seem to gonna go a bit easy, you know.
Harper, I understand that you are a cleric who has trained for years in many aspects of diplomacy and talking. I am a warrior. If you need me to stab something, I'm very good at that. But if you need me to talk to people and converse with people and come up with excuses verbally on why people should and shouldn't do things, I can do a rallying speech and that's about it. If you have a salute gesture, I fully endorse you to take the lead.
Oh, I've never been one for being a leader.
Well, at the very least, whisper an idea in my ear next time, because I'm very out of my depth.
Well, we have two objectives, I think. I look around to see if there's no one here but us, and I'm pretty sure there
The
aren't.
closest person is Stephenson, who's on the balcony, which is far enough away that he definitely can't hear you.
we have two objectives. Our original one plus this vampire problem.
Hmm.
Is the
And
vampire problem really something that we actually need to deal with?
Well, he is a vampire, which is causing a lot of death. It would.
So is he. And I point to Rivik.
He is a work in progress and shows remorse.
Actually, Rivik isn't here. I'll just
No,
point
Rivik's
vaguely
right next to
at
us,
her.
isn't he?
Oh,
Yes, no,
he
he
came
is.
back.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rivik is struggling to contain his urges and doing an admirable job. This individual, from my understanding, is both actively indulging and causing more people like Rivik. He is the bigger threat. Besides, if he's hosting this party and this party is filled with people trying to subtly, I don't use this word often, so I'm not used to it. If they're trying to subtly get lords to defect, him hosting it may have correlation. So finding him might be useful for our original goal.
Esmeralda's going to cross her arms. I will, of course, go with the majority, but I really don't think that we should investigate this vampire problem simply because it is not the problem we were sent to fix.
Well, if you can suggest an idea on how we can gather more information on our actual sent mission, I am, of course, perfectly willing to hear it.
Continue with mingling with the people, find more people that would likely defect, and bring a list.
Just to be clear,
Perhaps.
you're not sent after the ones who are likely to defect.
No,
You're trying
we
to.
will not stop the ones that
Yeah.
are trying to trick people. So that's why
Yes.
What's His Face was guilty. Kendrick was guilty, but
Headache.
Keddick, sorry, and but Heinrich wasn't. Was it Heinrich? I'm getting everyone's name.
Hendrik.
mixed up. Hendrik. Cast Kendrick. That makes
Hendrik.
sense.
Hendrik.
Yeah, Henri.
Headache. Hendrik.
Yeah, that's so we've got one, but that's obvious, and even the agent lady figured that one out. I really feel like a vampire is going to know the ins and outs of everyone at his party. He's probably going to have information we can use.
Yes, but the vampire would not give us that information.
I have a minor question.
Yes.
Are we looking at for the vampires or the Lord, or are we trying to get or find the people who are
That's the
inciting
argument me
action?
and Esmeralda are having right this precise moment on what our priority should be. I am personally of the belief that the vampire is our best lead. Esmeralda believes differently and believes instead we should mingle and try and use social cues to determine who is and isn't guilty. I am not good at social cues, so I feel like I would be useless in that regard.
Well, I have an idea. Wouldn't the Lord have a list of all of his invitees?
Most likely.
Or the butler. That would include mostly all the nobles. So, and if there's anyone like us, probably, maybe, but there's also going to be might be some northern nobles coming down. Eastern nobles here. And it's the Northern Rebellion, isn't it?
No, it's the Eastern Rebellion. It's the Eastern Front is stalling because the king, for whatever reason, is not sending any reinforcements to aid the youngest son, Prince. I want to say
Olan.
Ono began with value, and no one can figure out why. As a result, the lords of the Eastern Front are in unrest due to the extended conflict happening on their lands. There is some rumour that certain lords are thinking of defecting, and we believe that several individuals at this party are trying to convince them to do so. We have already eyeballed one of them, and we suspect there are more. I believe that this vampire lord is involved in some ways. I refuse to believe it's a coincidence that this gala was being held at a vampire lair. But Esmeralda believes that this is unrelated and instead we should be focusing on mingling and trying to determine the other people just using eavesdropping and traditional methods. Did I sum that up correctly?
Yes.
Yep.
Completely. Dead on the money.
As I said, what does everyone think?
Both.
I think that Esmeralda is overestimating our capabilities.
Fair. Absolutely fair and valid.
I think as soon as Brendan would say that, Esmeralda will absolutely recalculate. And then she'll just like pinch the bridge of her nose and say, "Of course I am. Of course I am. Look at this group.
Tomato
Fine,
waves.
we will
Hey.
go and slay a vampire.
Yay!
Maybe a little bit of torture.
Yay!
Some ways.
Rivik and I high five.
Okay.
Rubik's
So,
wrist almost
Like, it's
snaps.
going as planned.
I didn't have a plan. I had like all of the pieces in place, and go, you guys can deal with
You
it.
had to know the moment we learned there was a vampire coven involved, we were going to hyper focus on that.
Oh, it's a fucking vampire coven.
We have our
It's
resident
Rivik's
vampires.
entire backstory.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to focus on it.
All right.
Yeah, this was just an excuse to get us to go save vampires.
I do have a question actually about Tobias's knowledge on Brendan's abilities. Does he know? Is divine sense still a thing? And does Tobias know Brendan has it?
divine sense.
It's
is
now
a
a
thing.
channel. It's a channel divinity option.
It's a channel. I have to use one of my channel divinities to use it.
Okay.
Instead of popping it all the time.
Yeah.
I have, and my channel divinity is usually better on Valve Enmity.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I'm just checking
I
because
have
obviously,
something I want to do before we go inside.
of
though.
course.
Okay.
I want to cast see invisibility on myself as we walk through the building to see if there's like any doors that have been hidden away or people that might be like security that we can't see.
Oh,
How
by
long
the way,
does that
if-
last for?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, divine sense lasts 10 minutes until I'm incapacitated or I drop it, and
Okay.
I know celestials, fiends, and undead.
Are you using it?
That would if you would think we should.
That's up to your character, man.
It's
You do what you want.
it's your call, but you know, Tobias doesn't know your abilities well enough to know whether or not it's a judgment call.
Yeah, because if we're searching vampires, we think all the service staff are vampires.
We're 70% sure, I'd say. You know,
7% sure.
like
So-
your divine sense would do two things if we activated it. One, it would confirm beyond a shadow of a doubt whether or not these serving staff are vampires, but I'm pretty sure that's unnecessary. Two, it might be able to locate Drost. However, I doubt not Drost, Kane. But I doubt it because you're probably going to pop that, realize there's like 70 undead signatures surrounding you, including fucking Rivik, and not know which is which. So I don't think there's going to be much use, to be honest.
Yeah, it has a range of 60 feet as well. So
If we start getting attacked by invisible vampires, that's when you want to use it.
Well, that's what Esmeralda's for.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay. Right. So you guys head back inside. As you do, Esmeralda, you feel a firm but not hard grip on your wrist as you're walking by, and you see Stephenson looking back at you.
I'll stop.
I wanted to apologise for earlier. I admittedly hadn't been handling this masquerade very well. But you're enchanting in a way that I haven't seen before. Once this is over, if you need help funding for your medicinal practices, I would be a happy investor.
I'm going to smile at him. That is very kind, but an investment isn't what I'm looking for. I wish to run my clinics for free. I want to help people, not take advantage of them.
Oh, you won't need to charge them money if I'm helping bankroll it. Unfortunately, contractors still need to be paid.
This is true.
Esmeralda's going to smile at him. Thank you, Stephenson.
He's going to quickly pull out like a scrap of paper and scribble something down. My address. If you want to contact me again, this is where you'll find me.
She's going to take it and Esmeralda's going to give him a kiss on the cheek and leave.
Okay. You head back to
Man.
the ballroom.
So many death flags, you might as well keep communicating in semaphore.
You head back to the ballroom, where it looks like all of the guests have now gathered. The band, you see everyone stop as the band comes to a halt. The butler with the pencil mustache stands at the top of a grand staircase as he says, "One and all, may I welcome your gracious host, Lord Kane." The band swells once again, announcing with a dramatic musical sting as a figure walks down the stairs. He's tall, well over 6 feet, flowing silver hair and pallid skin with piercing blue eyes. He wears a very fine suit made of red silk with a cape made of the same material that flows dramatically behind him as he walks down the stairs with intent. You see him wearing high heels. Um, he looks over the room with a sneer of cold command as he smiles, waving at his guests and bidding them all a very pleasant evening. Um, as he steps down, a round of applause from the audience erupts. Um, and as you see him beginning to make small talk with various guests, you see all of the other lords, nobility, and ladies either bow or curtsy in his presence, which he seems to smile almost smugly at.
Javelin at him. No.
Do it.
I look to Rivik. I'm assuming that is the guy.
Rick, your blood
He
runs cold.
sneers. So just his blood runs like normal.
Even colder. It's borderline
Wait,
freezing.
his blood runs?
He is still
Nice.
mortal. He's not undead. Can't stress that enough.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Anyway, yeah,
Um,
he's here.
You know
Okay,
that
huddle up.
Twilight scene where Edward like starts choking because of the smell?
No, I've never watched Twilight in my life.
Damn,
And I
fuck.
never plan to.
Chris has
Sonia
watched
giggled,
Twilight.
which means one of you got it. Nice.
Well,
That
anyway,
happens.
huddle up. Go on. You were saying, Josh?
Just seeing him is he's pissed and also is like, I smell vampires.
Neat. All right.
Hmm.
Plan. Thoughts.
Throw a javelin.
Okay. I like where your head's at. Any alternative suggestions?
2 javelins.
Okay, that's enough out of you, Rivik. We get the idea. Esmeralda, you're supposed to be the smart one.
What are we discussing? What to do here?
Yes, I mean, I don't know much about subtlety. I'll be honest, I'm very much leaning towards the javelin plan.
I'm gonna try and look around. Is there anything that I'm seeing that looks spectrally in nature because it could be hidden away?
Make a perception check for me.
I'd like to say I'm not just in this room. I am gonna like march my way through every room I can.
There are 300 vampires, invisible and spider climbing to the ceiling.
Okay,
14.
You don't see anything invisible, but as you break from the huddle to scout around the room, you see a very unnerving sight. Lord Kane is standing in the middle of the ballroom, poised with perfect posture, hands behind his back, staring directly at Rivik.
Is he the only one there?
He's taller than anyone else here. He's surrounded by people who are dancing to the music, but where his head is over the rest of the crowd, it's very easy to see him.
I'm just gonna look over at Rivik and him again. I'm like, that's terrifying.
Even though there is a crowd of maybe 30, 40 people in this ballroom, you hear Lord Kane's footsteps echo as he makes his way towards your troop.
Oh, good.
Oh, Esmeralda's gonna back up.
He's still maintaining the stare. He has not blinked a single time as he's
Just
walking
as
towards
Tobias noticed this at this point.
you. It's hard not to.
Okay. I'm going to look around. How packed is this place that we are currently? Like,
Very.
very. I'm going to nudge the others and say, move back towards the gardens. And I'm going to just start leading them back towards the courtyard where there was basically no one outside but Sebastian. Or whatever his name was. Stephenson.
Yeah. You go to motion, but as you take away, he's already next to you. Somehow. He moves with seemingly impossible speed, but with a graceful elegance. Now looming over even you, Brendan and Timaeus.
Damn.
He's a vampire, dude. He
Yeah,
moves
no.
fast.
I
As
was more the
he-
looming, to be honest. He's a very tall
Yeah.
man.
Very, very tall. Again, he's easily a head taller than anyone else here at the party. Not in the party, like in the mass.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You're actually probably the closest rival to him in terms of height.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean, I'm
2 feet.
6 foot, and I'm pretty sure Brendan was 6'5".
1 second. I
Um,
remember.
It's
Yeah.
fine. It's not that important. He's tall.
As he's looming over, you see him again. His eyes have just been following Rivik like a hawk, slowly going down and down as he looms over your troop, before they snap up and lock onto Brendan and Harper. And I'm going to need both of you two to please make wisdom saving throws.
Oh shit.
I beg your pardon.
Everyone within 10 feet of me gets a +4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose this is to do with like a charm or anything.
It is.
Then I believe I get advantage. Let me double check that.
I got a 21.
Neat.
Okay.
I think I get that for being an elf, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Advantage
now.
against saving throws
Yeah.
to make or to avoid or end a charmed condition.
Okay. So wisdom saving throw with advantage and +4.
This is the perfect time to fail.
I mean, you've got a high wisdom as well, so you should be fine, right?
Yeah, so it's all set up for me to have a spectacular.
Yeah, spectacular 2 natural
Nat
ones.
ones.
Here we go.
With advantage.
So that's
26.
30. That's 30.
Neither of you two notice anything is wrong. You have no idea anything happened to you.
Hmm.
As he looks over with a smile, it's like, I was not aware that I extended any invites to members of the Luminaris.
This is your guys'
It happens.
show.
Maybe it slipped through.
His gaze very slowly and deliberately turns to you, Esmeralda. Perhaps it does. But all guests are welcome at my masquerade. It is a pleasure having you here.
You are the lord of this manor, correct?
You're at my party.
Well, I was curious about the clientele. Well, not clientele. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, sorry, the guests here. You seem to have drawn a rather far and wide crowd. Everything from lords and ladies to just men of financial stature. I am curious if there was a specific purpose behind that.
It gets awfully lonely in this castle sometimes. It is nice to have an excuse to make a show of things. And of course, I invite everyone I can.
Tobias has used up all of his public savvy.
Regardless, he is going to slowly reach a hand out and places it on Rivik's shoulder. You do not bear the mark of the Luminaris. Are you a friend?
I would consider them my friends, yes.
You see him studying you, his eyes fixed like some kind of bird of prey. Interesting. Well, if you don't mind me, I have a meeting I need to get to. But needless to say, it is a pleasure having all of you here. I hope you enjoy the drinks and the food. As he slowly steps away, seemingly gliding off to the rest of the crowd.
This isn't
As soon as he
Tobias'
walks
theory.
off,
Sorry, go on.
fucking wipe that cloak that he touched.
This isn't Tobias' theory. This is Nick's theory. But I reckon this guy brought all of these people here hoping to turn them into his thralls. So he then basically gets the entire Eastern Front and a bunch of rich dudes under his thrall. Because, you know, vampires love power and money.
So we don't know that they attempt. Sorry. Okay.
No, just saying. That's my theory. If someone else wants to claim it as their own characters, go for it. Tobias is not
So
smart enough to
Brendan
figure
and
that
I-
out.
Brendan and I don't know that they attempted this. They attempted.
Yeah,
to-
you have no idea that he attempted to charm you.
Okay.
Esmeralda very much doesn't want to fight this man. He is a scary vampire. She is not even in any armor. She is wearing her literal lab gear. Very much does not want to be here. If the people fight, there is a 50-50 chance Esmeralda runs away.
Okay. Right, you see, again, it's very easy to keep track of what Lord Kane is doing. You see him glide over the opposite side of the ballroom before tapping Lord Farcourt on the shoulder. Lord Farcourt spins around, bows, and then follows Kane into a side corridor.
Oh, I think I know where we're going next.
Okay.
Shall we follow our esteemed our host?
Before we do, listen. That man was fast, very fast, and clearly powerful. If we follow him, there is, I believe, no doubt in my mind that he would detect us. And I refuse to send Rivikin alone. So if we do follow, we are almost guaranteeing a fight with a very powerful being. On the other hand, I do not believe we are capable of fulfilling our mission by any other course of action. So, I would have a vote be held now. What do we think? Is it worth the risk? Or should we back off with the very few names we've already got and risk the consequences from that? It could be failure, and it could cause problems for the kingdom overall.
If we had our armor and our gear, I would be more than okay in going to attempt to fight that. We do not. Well, most of us do not. You're fine. I personally think we should leave. We would probably count this mission as a failure, but the last resort shouldn't have its last resort here.
To be fair, we have gathered enough information for, at the very least, a thorough investigation. We have evidence and enough proof to confirm that this is a vampire lair, and it is within the king's land. So theoretically, I don't see any reason why the army couldn't be sent.
Because it's a noble house, and the nobles paying the taxes for the army.
The nobles don't have as much leniency as you might think. Or did you not pay attention to the fact that we are here because some nobles are so angry at that fact they might be deciding to betray the kingdom?
Also, the fact that we started this campaign by you guys burning down a noble's house.
Yes, the kingdom will
Yeah.
do what the kingdom will do. And if that involves attacking a noble, it will do it.
So why don't we attack this noble?
Because we are currently unarmed or underarmed and outgunned. And to be quite frank, I do not want to risk any of your lives in what might be a fruitless endeavor. If we die here, the information we have dies with us. I believe.
Where is
Second,
our
we
armor,
leave.
by the way?
Sorry?
Did we leave it back at home?
Everyone else is in their armor. I thought you were too.
No, I'm literally wearing my
I
my
would have
lab
assumed
gear.
we came in a carriage. I'm assuming you're. Oh, like whoever's not.
Like,
got
I'm
their equipment,
assuming that I left
it's
my
in your
armor in a carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a there's a vampire spawn valet who's just he's keeping track of everything.
That's fine. If I can go to the valet and get my armor, Esmeralda is happy to attempt this fight.
Okay.
How was Rivik feeling about this?
How is Rivik feeling? Any second, we
Go on.
the longer we leave Kane alive, the bigger threat he becomes, especially with a gathering of this size. I can have no. I can be invisible. If he's occupied with a guest, it may be significantly more easy for me, to tail him. Just to see where he's going, not even start the fight, but just see where he's heading. Whether
If he's
that
a-
fight is worth it.
If he's a vampire himself, would he have any better chance of spotting you if you're invisible?
As far as
There
you're
is
aware, Rivik,
always the
vampires
chance.
don't have any. Yeah, vampires don't have any special ability to see the invisible. As far as
You
you're aware.
can't see what's not there.
Well, maybe perhaps we go get our equipment to prepare for if there is a fight.
Right.
But then the question is, how do we get that in?
I.
Uh,
mm.
combo of invisibility and Rivik just doing a fucking relay race.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. No. There's only Esmeralda stuff we need to get. All the rest of us have our equipment on us, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So, Rivik, if you just sneak over to the old wagon, pick up Esmeralda's stuff, we'll meet you in the ladies' bathroom. She can get donned in her armor, and then we go and find our host.
I'd say my shield would also be with that equipment because I can justify having the chain shirt on, but I don't think I could justify
That's
just
fair.
walking in with a shield.
Okay.
Back in a flash.
Unless, of course, for the giggles, because I'm come as a man in armor, I'm wearing all of our equipment just stacked on top of each other, just
I
looking
think that's a stretch.
super extra.
While Rubik does that, I'd like to find Stephenson and tell him to leave. Politely.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
If I could ask why?
I promise to tell you afterwards.
He smiles. Sounds like a date.
Hey!
No. I hate this place anyway. As
Be
he
safe.
motions for the door. You too. As he begins heading towards the door.
Cool. I'm gonna go and wait in the ladies' bathroom.
Okay. 30 seconds later, Rivik shows up with a full half plate. So half
Yay! I put it on.
And
Because
It's
Rivik-
over my surgeon's gear.
Do you get like a
Okay.
cool suiting up montage of camera angles zoomed in on like vem braces as you tie them in place?
Yeah, I say we get a mini montage of
Yeah.
armor stuff.
Lots of like camera whooshes.
Oh
and
no,
straps,
this is it. No, it's like a close up of her pulling a strap. Then it cuts to Harper donning his shield and like closing like Captain America. And then you've got Rivik pacing, his nose flared as he's smelling the air. Then it cuts to Timaeus back at the buffet table eating more pork. And then we got and Brendan. He's doing something.
Okay.
Oh, I'm most definitely doing something. I am writing down fire.
Okay. So it is. Everyone's ready.
Yeah.
Rivik, what do you do?
Yes.
You going ahead first? You joining, taking everyone with you?
Here is what I will do because I can. Once I've checked that I can using my stat block, bear with. Is that no? It's not. Oh fuck yeah, it is. My bad. Okay. I was gonna pass without trace on everyone, but I can't do that and invisibility at the same time.
I can do pass without a trace. In
Oh,
D&D.
never mind. Harper
Okay.
with the assist. I will. It's since my first casting of Longstrider. Has it been an hour?
Yes.
I cast it again.
Okay.
I will
and
say
then
I
I
can also
cast-
cast a free use of Long Strider per long rest if you want to use my one instead.
I mean, I will take it.
I don't really have any reason to use it myself, so like I'll
Fuck
use
it,
my
yeah.
free version of it to give to you.
Let's do it.
and
Let's
then,
do it.
And then I can also cast pass without a trace on us all.
Oh, actually, here's a hang on. Okay, let me take your Longstrider, and then is yours because I can upcast it, and I can give it to 2 other people. I'm just thinking if he's fast and we combat, maybe it's good that we're all
How
slightly
much
faster.
does Longstrider give?
10 feet.
It's only 10
It's
feet.
not worth a higher level spell slot. I feel like.
Yeah, like
I'm only
I
because
first level cast of it.
my okay, yeah.
I feel like you're the only one who's going to benefit from more movement speed. The rest of us, once we get to where we're fighting, are pretty stationary.
Okay, fine,
You know.
fair enough.
But no, I
Yeah,
like
so
the
I'll just
thought.
go with my use of Long Strider.
I will take Harper's Longstrider then. He probably
Yeah, then
just tells me to like tie my shoes up and go, oh shit, yeah. And then I will use another invisibility, so that's 2 out of 3, and just fucking run, I guess.
Okay, make a survival check to see if you can track down where they went.
Obviously, I know exactly where the fuck he's gone because I've rolled a natural
1?
9. That's 15.
15. You can't follow the scent of Lord Kane himself, but Lord Farquaad, it's a lot easier to track, being that he's just a normal, smelly human. You follow their scent in amongst the corridors of this castle, tracing up and down these marvelous and surprisingly dusty corridors, until eventually you come to a wide double door that leads to the top of the ramparts where you just were before. Silhouetted by the full moon, you see Lord Kane and Lord Farquhar talking in, well, not exactly loud, but hardly hushed tones either. It seems they think they're alone as
Ooh.
they're very slowly walking towards the tower.
I'm going to listen in for a moment before I signal the boys.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Mm. That is a 24. I
Okay.
see everything.
You hear Lord Kane speaking first. Yes. Unfortunately, my eyes in the Arcanum have very recently gone dark. But if everything goes to plan, that may fix itself quite soon. The organization in the north has been a rather wonderful boon to the arcane potential of this kingdom, and by extension myself. If what you're saying is true, then, well, we could turn the tide of this war quite dramatically. Lord Farquhar speaks. Yes, no, I've already spoken. The Eastern baronies have already agreed to unify and combine their armies, and with Riddick's help, is it Peddick? Sorry, with Peddick's help, well, I believe we may be able to convert a few more here tonight. Soon, I will have, well, maybe 2 dozen lords under my wing, with army of at least 1,000 strong. You hear Keddick speak. You will have command of them personally, you say. Farquhar says, well, yes, I've been organizing this since the assassination a few months ago. Fascinating.
Fucker.
And you see, silhouetted by the moonlight, with a dash of almost instant speed, Kane close the distance between the two people and sink his teeth square into his neck
What the fuck?
without second hesitation.
Yep.
As he does so, in one fell motion, he picks up the body, carrying it like it weighs nothing, before walking towards the tower in the distance.
And no one was surprised. Well, shit.
Happens.
Well, I'm assuming Rivet comes back and tells us what he saws, or we eventually capture up to him because he leaves like chalk marks for us to follow or something.
Yes, we'll say that you meet. I'll say Rivik. You see Kane enter the tower with the unconscious body of Farquhar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll loop back to the boys.
Ah, Rivet.
Kane has sort of half murdered Farquhar. I imagine he's trying to turn him into a thrall. He was behind the assassination attempt that we stopped so very easily on the first try.
No,
Not
no,
that.
that was not the.
Oh, not that
no,
one.
no. They have started plotting a rebellion against the kingdom ever since we assassinated that one dude and botched it slightly.
Oh, no, we
Okay.
did that perfectly fine.
And because of that, it's set in a series of events that have led to, from your understanding, from what you overheard that you're telling us now, a lot of baronies in the east coming together with about 12 nobles under this one dude to make an army about 1,000 strong that are probably planning to use force to force the empire or kingdom out of their lands.
Yes.
And
I got
now
that bit.
this vampire is turning this dude who has, once again, an army of about 1,000 dudes under his control into a spawn so he can control him. So now this vampire has an army of 1,000 dudes.
If we don't
Yeah.
kill Kane, he'll have an army of 1,000 dudes.
Esmeralda's going to have a light bulb switch in her head. Is this the moment that her mistress was hinting at to pick a side?
This is definitely of grand
Ooh.
importance, but the weight that the surgeon had, you doubt she would care much about the petty politics of a lord and a vampire.
just tilt her head and think.
So this is definitely there's something deeper here that maybe has yet to reveal itself.
Right. Well,
Esmeralda's
regardless.
going to say we
Go
should
on.
think carefully before we decide what to do. I think that we should weigh our options here.
Okay.
The power of the baronies that are pushing back is not a small one. Yes, we are a very good group of people and individuals that are pretty efficient at killing things, but nobles? Landowners? The people working those lands? Are you really comfortable with forcing them all out?
If we take out Lord Kane, we may not have to. If the way I see it from Rivik's explanation, the ringleader has already been dealt with.
One sec.
If we don't stop Lord Kane right now, he will have an army at his control to use for whatever purposes he wishes. If we don't, we risk that army. If we do nothing, we risk that army being turned against innocents or the kingdom or whatever he wants. But if we try and we fail, the information we have is lost. So it might behoove us to leave a message with our carriage rider and send him away now. Because I'm assuming someone drove our carriage for us.
Yes.
Yes. So, what I feel like we should write this all down, a full report, give it to the carriage driver and tell him to leave immediately. And then we go and handle this situation to the best of our ability. But this is not something that we can let stand. This is too big a threat.
Do you think that this happens because we're here?
I believe that we have tremendous bad luck. And that bad luck has led us to be here at the time this is occurring. But do I think this is our fault? I don't think so. You've got to consider that regardless of our assassination attempt, whether or not all of this is because of that, these people would not have unified unless they had genuine grievance. And those grievances would exist with or without the assassination attempt. Maybe it wouldn't have happened this quickly. Maybe not as fully united, but it still would have happened. And regardless of what anything we do, a vampire is going to vampire. And vampiring vampires are bad.
Yep.
Okay.
He said it horribly, but he said it right.
I am not a good speaker. Harper, your thoughts? You've been unusually silent.
Well, darling, this is all a little bit much for me. If I'm being honest, I didn't think there'd be so much politics involved in saving a life.
Unfortunately, neither did I, but here we are. How powerful is your magic against the undead?
Quite strong actually. I don't normally have to deal with them, but I do know my way around an undead body.
Okay.
I believe a vampire qualifies as such.
You will probably be our greatest weapon up there with Brendan, who I know for a fact is exceptionally good at chopping up undead.
Brendan smiles at that.
Okay. Any last questions before we go deliver a message and go do this thing? Any concerns?
We need to sneak our dog back in.
I pull out my bag and just pull the dog out of it.
Oh, that's convenient.
That's to save us another trip.
I'd say the message for the carriage rider is easy. Again, the carriage is maybe 50 feet away from you, just down the rampart wall.
I go up
So
to him.
Rivik can just scale that and-
Sorry. Rivik hands the thing. Rivik says, "You need to leave right now. Take this to Leon immediately. You do not stop for anything." He goes. We go back in. Okay. Let's go commit violence.
Quick out character question.
Yep.
Can you essentially like hold the cast of a spell just for
Yes.
when you want it?
Yes.
Could I essentially just hold a cast of Beacon of Hope for as a combat would be about to started?
Hold off that thought for a second. The answer would be yes, of course. You could set the trigger out to someone attacking, and then that then would mean as a reaction you get to cast it.
Yeah.
But hold off for a second. Either way, so you guys are on this rampart wall with this looming tower of evil and villainy and vampire shit in front of you. The full moon silhouetting your forms as you're on this stone walkway. doing the proper walk up towards this ominous building, you are met with a rather ordinary looking but locked wooden door.
Shit, time to spend 3 hours trying to open this.
Only one of you had a massive hammer.
Yes. So loud and proud, or try and.
Well,
Yeah,
we
anyone
don't.
try and
I mean, I know we
lock-
do have lockpicks. So, do you want to try give it at least one try, Rivik, with the lockpicks?
Do I actually have the lockpicks? I don't
You have an
think I
artificer
do.
in the party.
Yeah.
And
I
artificers
can make
kind of,
lockpicks.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can just. Yeah.
Would you
I make
mind,
lockpicks.
Esmeralda? Sleight of hand,
They're
innit?
made out of bone.
Yes,
Nice.
please.
That seems sus, but it doesn't worry about it.
Never said human
Oh
bone.
shit! +7. Let's go. Wow, that's a 16.
16. It's enough. Again, +7 does a lot of lifting.
Hmm.
As the door clicks open and you see the shadowy interior, lit by a beam of moonlight, you see a figure approaching you from the darkness. The butler, pencil-thin moustache and pocket watch in hand, as he flicks it shut,
Oh,
looking
God,
at you
it's
from the
Walter.
interior of this building. As he says, "I'm awfully sorry, but this area is off limits. I must ask kindly that you leave."
Unfortunately, your master is guilty of several crimes. Please step aside. We have a warrant for his arrest.
Very well. He raises a hand and clicks, and you see two sets of eyes, blood red, light up in the darkness behind him, that drop from the ceiling and crawl their way forwards. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Yeah, because good lord, we do not have the time to go through what we're about to go through. Either way, you guys did a fucking fantastic job at all of that, considering.